Dungeons and Dragons is 50 years old, and perhaps you've always been what I would consider D&D curious. You've always been intrigued by the game, you've heard a lot about it, perhaps watched it on Stranger Things and thought, I fancy giving that a go, but never had the opportunity to fully play the game. If that's you, then this video is made just for you. My name's Wayne Ingram, and I'm the executive producer and dungeon master here at Bardic Quest as part of our actual play series, Bardic Quest. And as Dungeons & Dragons turns 50, we thought it was about time that perhaps we put out some tutorial-esque videos to help people get into the hobby. So, we thought we would start with what is easily the most important question for those who have perhaps heard of Dungeons & Dragons but don't really know what it is, and well, that is the question. What is Dungeons & Dragons? Well, those three words, Dungeons & Dragons, will probably conjure up all sorts of imagery for you straight away. It might make you think of fun times sat around tables with friends like you've seen on things like Stranger Things, or perhaps people hanging out over Zoom much like they did during the pandemic years. Or you might think of nerds hanging out in the basement dressed in fantasy garb. What really is this game we call Dungeons & Dragons? Well, D&D, as it's known for short, is the quintessential tabletop role-playing game, arguably, which lets you and your friends become characters in an ever-evolving story of swords and sorcery. You'll experience thrilling adventures, daring escapades, and unforgettable moments as you create your own epic saga. The story of D&D traces back to the 1970s, or 1974 specifically, when the visionary duo Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson infused the essence of fantasy literature and tabletop wargames to create something that, for the time, was entirely new. Their question was a simple yet groundbreaking one for the time. What would a wargame look like if, rather than controlling an army, players controlled just one character? At its core, D&D is simply another tabletop game, but it is too simplistic to describe it as a board game, and nor is it right to look at it through the same lens as something like Warhammer. In reality, it sits somewhere in the middle. At its heart, D&D is about embracing the role of the player character, or PC. You become the hero that you've always envisioned, guiding them through quests, making choices that influence their destiny. But the game wouldn't be complete without the enigmatic Dungeon Master, or DM. The Dungeon Master serves as the storyteller, crafting the world and populating it with characters and presenting challenges for players to overcome. Within the world of D&D, you'll encounter thrilling campaigns where the Dungeon Master weaves an engaging storyline tailored to your group's preferences. These epic sagas unfold over multiple sessions usually, allowing your characters to grow, form bonds, and face the unknown together. For those seeking ready-made adventures, there are pre-written modules available that offer captivating one-shot quests or even huge storyline campaigns designed by the game's developers who are perfect for players who crave new challenges. But crafting your own hero is where the magic begins. You'll choose your character's race, defining their ancestry, and select their class, determining their unique skills and abilities. The background that you will also select adds depth to their story, while alignment is something that could very well shape their moral compass. And with endless possibilities, you could become a noble elf wizard, a daring rogue halfling, or any other character that your imagination can conjure. The heart of D&D really lies in its cooperative nature. This isn't a competitive game. It's an adventure where friends gather to tackle challenges together. As a group, you'll rely on imagination, lateral thinking, and teamwork to overcome obstacles. Each player contributes to the unfolding story, role-playing their characters' actions and decisions, creating a living, breathing world of wonder and excitement. I think the reason why I love D&D is it brings us back to our childhood days of make-believe, where possibilities were limitless and we could become heroes or villains in fantastical worlds. But what makes it extra special is that it provides us with a framework of rules to prevent, like, anti-super-duper awesomeness weapons, or how to lean into the scenarios if it requires it. It's make-believe, really, with rules and limitations. So it allows us to tap into that inner child's imagination while providing a structure and mechanics to make our make-believe adventures truly engaging. Imagine sitting around a campfire, sharing fantastical stories with your friends. But in Dungeons & Dragons, you not only get to tell those stories, you get to be part of those stories. It's a unique form of group storytelling where each player's choice shapes the trajectory of the adventure. The narrative unfolds in collaboration, and every person around the proverbial campfire can influence the tale, making each session an unforgettable and personal experience. All in all, Dungeons & Dragons can be many things to different people, which is what makes it so universally appealing. It's a tactical war game, an excuse to meet up with friends, a form of escapism, and even a platform for immersive storytelling. So whether you're a seasoned adventurer or new to this wondrous realm, we hope this glimpse into the magical world of Dungeons & Dragons has sparked your curiosity and adventurous spirit. Don't forget to subscribe to Bardic Quest for more thrilling D&D quests and join us on our epic adventures. And if you are actually D&D curious and would like to see how it plays out, you can check out our actual play, where we have over 100 episodes of our first campaign ready to watch right now.